Hi, so before I get into this episode of my looking at videos of my previous weight loss journey, I wanted to talk about how that journey of weight loss is different from my journey of wellness that I'm doing right now. So, this is not in an effort to be like, yeah, this is different. This time I am really doing this for my health. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that time was purely focused on weight loss. And when you're purely focused on weight loss, you're putting that above gaining muscle, what your composition is going to look like, what your body's composition is going to eventually look like or be composed of, time with your family, enjoying life through food. Yeah, no, food isn't everything, but it's a part of life. So putting it above all of those things, and with my focus being on wellness, my mental health is what's most important. So I'm doing things that I enjoy, as far as eating pizza, but also having berries and other fruit and veggies and salads and things like that. I'm having both. I am weightlifting, but I'm also going to, aerial classes and dance classes because it makes me happy. So doing things that excite you both mentally, spiritually, and physically, that's what the wellness journey is about. Not necessarily about, I gotta go burn these calories, so let me go out for this long run when I don't enjoy running, even though I kind of do sometimes. But I do enjoy running sometimes. But what I'm saying is doing things that you can enjoy, which brings me to my other point, which is the wellness journey that I am on is about doing things that I can do for a lifetime. So not making promises to myself that I can't keep. In the video, you'll see that I talk about, yeah, I want to be raw vegan. That's not something that I could do for a lifetime right now. I'm doing what I can do right now that feels like for a lifetime. If it evolves into something else, like at one point, I didn't think that I would be eating a salad every day, but that majority of the days now I do. That's something that has evolved over time. You don't have to make these hard, fast rules. Consistency will create those habits. So it doesn't have to be, oh yes, I'm doing, these extreme things, making these extreme declarations that I think really got me in a lot of trouble the last go round. So those are things I don't do. I don't make promises that I can't keep. I rethought my relationship with the scale and how I think about tracking. I am more focused now on the month to month changes that happen, quarter to quarter changes that happen, the changes that happen over a year, versus being focused on the day-to-day or week-to-week changes that caused me so much trouble or heartache in the past. Those I write it down on a daily basis, or I track it on a daily basis, but I am not concerned about how my weight fluctuates over one day towards the other. It's about what that looks like over the month, last month to this month, last quarter to this quarter, last year to this year. And with that way, it really, you don't have that, you're not, me looking at the scale that way has been so helpful. And it also reconfirms that commitment to myself that this is for a lifetime. It's not for the day or the week. There's no rush to get to some place because this is what we're doing for a lifetime. I'm not doing this thing that I can't bear to do for much longer, so I got to get out of here real fast. No, we're just living life, and the scale just happens to be moving. We're journaling, and it just happens to. That's one of the aspects of the wellness journey, is weight loss. Not that is the main goal. The main goal is to be happy, to be healthy, to be at peace, and a number on the scale could never do that. So I hope you enjoy the video coming up. I'm taking the lessons from the past in order to grow, and I want you to know that this time, if you're on a journey, a wellness journey, just know that this time is different. We are different. We have the experiences of the past to help us to learn and to grow from. Hey, so I'm about to watch the next video in the series of me watching old videos that I made to kind of figure out where I want to go next and kind of learn from this younger version of myself who went through a weight loss journey. Uh, Most of the things I didn't do it necessarily right, because if I would have, I wouldn't have had to come back around and do it again. But I just, want to see what I can get from it. I've really learned a lot doing these, and so I'm excited to continue. Yeah, some good, some bad, some were boring, and some were like really enlightening, but I want to just share all of them, because if I'm sharing them with people, you might get something different out of it. Like the one that wasn't for me might have been for you. Who knows? So this part will be in my hair tutorial, because I'm doing my hair. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna get it started right now. And this one was called 95 Days Till Summer. So at this point, there were 95 days till summer. But yeah, I look so stinking cute.
Want to come on and talk about the fact that there's 95 days
and very fit.
Really,
oops.
It doesn't really matter.
And I said I look very fit for me. My word.
Point, and I needed one. I probably could have started at 90 days before summer, or I could have, started at 100 days till summer, but, it didn't work out that way. I don't feel like waiting until 90, too late for 100. So now,
that's one thing about me. Like, even with, like, it's December, whatever day it is, it's 18th, December 18th. I do not like to start, like, I'm not waiting for no New Year or no Monday. Whenever I feel like, boom, let's get started, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started, because while I got it in me to do, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, because I'm not motivated at all times. Like, nobody is. So I go back and forth.
I'm really into fitness. I love to work out. I work out.
She does.
I don't work out, but I could work out 6 to 7 hours a day. But that's not healthy, and I don't do it. But, I have it in me to be doing stuff all day. The problem comes in with the food part. I could be eating all day too. I would be happy with that as well. So that's where my issue comes in. And coming from, I used to be around 230 pounds. Now I'm about 150, 160. Mm-hmm. I don't weigh myself anymore, but the beginning of this year I was 150. But that was after 21 days of being raw vegan, which is what
So, a couple things. I probably forgot. I should have stopped that a long time ago. But at that point, I do understand why I wasn't weighing myself. Like, at this point, after having gone through, there's a middle. There's her, there's me, and there's a version of me that's in the middle that got to go through Health at Every Size, reading that literature, body positivity movement, being engulfed in that, taught me a different, sense of self. So I'm not as tied to what the scale says. So I'm able to do it and grab the data from it. I use that. I have the app called Libra app, and I don't know what, there's another app that you can use. Like, I track it, I put it in there, and so I'm able to see trends and stuff like that. But I don't even look at the day-to-day number as important. I'm looking at what's the trend, and that helps you to see. I think it's really something that a lot of people should consider doing, tracking, if you are in the right mental state. So you have to remember that what it says on a daily or what it says on a weekly is not really the end all be all, especially if you are, if you have a cycle, your week, every week looks different. We're on a 28-day calendar. We are not on a 24-hour calendar. So it's going to look different week to week of where your weight's going to be, but are you trending down on a monthly basis is what's going to be most important. So, yeah. What does she say? I do like to work out a lot. I always will. I love to work out. I've kind of done better with that as far as weightlifting, but I know I was doing a lot of weightlifting at that point as well. But it's just, I would say being more in the journey versus trying to be, because I'm older. I've got there and failed and fought, so I just have a better tolerance for this than this person, them, my younger self had, because I know that I have to be able to do these things for a lifetime, not for 95 days till summer. I had to be able to do it for a lifetime. So that's where I'm at.
I wish I wouldn't have said I was doing for somebody else. I wish I just said I'm doing it for life, because it was just, it really helped me. My skin looked amazing. I felt amazing. I had lots of energy. I just wish I would have stuck to it. But I can just start now. That's what I want to move forward with being vegan. Really raw vegan is my way, but it's just what speaks.
Then why you didn't stick to it? If it was your way, if it was so dope, you should have stuck to it.
Be focusing on my nutrition for the next 95 days, really for the rest of my life. But for 95 days, I'm going to be on here.
Babe, we took some years off.
My nutrition and my journey to being raw vegan. Mm-hmm.
I was vegan for a year. Not the raw vegan, though. I was an Oreo eating vegan for 1 year.
And I don't feel like I need any more cardio than that. I really don't need to.
Hold on, what did she say?
Just because I don't really believe.
Period. I still don't. And that's where I went wrong when I started believing.
My journey to being raw vegan. I teach Zumba and Insanity.
She does.
Classes. So
this 2023, I'm gonna miss it again. Hold on.
Cardio that I do. I don't feel like I need any more cardio than that. I really don't need to do that much. Just because I don't really believe cardio gives you the long-lasting results. I feel like
it doesn't. You gotta. I'm saying for me, I have to lift weights. Like, you can lose pounds getting like creating a calorie deficit, of course. But as far as that, the sustainable, building muscles so that you can eat more and not have to like worry about calories as much. Oh my God, it's a game changer. It's a game changer in being able to maintain. So yeah, I'm with her with that. And yes, I was teaching Zumba, Insanity, cycle classes. And when I tell you, honey, I was so tired. Like, because at one point I was also, so like I have a 5 a.m. cycle class. I had like early morning Insanity classes too. Then I would have Zumba at night or in the middle of the day. Then I was teaching clients. I had a personal trainer certification. So I was teaching clients like over Zoom before, 8 years ago, before, everybody was doing it. I should have stuck with it. No, but so I was very active, but my things didn't change. And even, as I was gaining weight, so I was down here 150, 160. Lowest I was ever was like maybe 140. But even as I was climbing up, am I gonna tell y'all? Yeah, I climbed up to 245. Okay, from that 150. I'm not there. I'm in the middle of those two people. But I was dancing, going to dance practice, to parade twice a week, and the parading is a lot of work. Like, it's a lot of work. You just can't come off the street and have the cardiovascular capacity. And I can hang with anybody. Never lost the ability to be fast, but I was steadily gaining weight. I spent the whole summer before I tore my ACL, which might have contributed to my ACL tear. I was 240 something and was running for an hour a day one summer. the summer before. So I was like, it wasn't that I ever stopped doing cardio. That if that was the fix, it should have been done work because I never stopped that. I was, I love to move, so I was always moving. Now I was sitting now because it was COVID times. I like to move. I like to work out. I ain't gonna say I like to move because I was sitting down after I got done doing that.
To get back to weightlifting, because since I started teaching classes, I haven't been weightlifting like I used to. I used to have a squat day, deadlift day, bench press day, and an overhead.
So you was doing 5-3-1 like you doing now, huh?
Because those are like the four basic movements.
I would say go ahead and add a barbell row in there. And maybe get a pull-up. Because if you would have started doing pull-ups, y'all can't hear her.
And I would do some hamstring curls.
I'm going to let her get her time.
Other four most important movements to work, your full body. And then I would do like, if I'm doing squats, then I would do some hamstring curls. Other exercises that go with the exercise to help. Like I'm doing deadlifts and I do some good mornings, like just something on my back. Military press or overhead, do some tricep dips, do some back work.
Look at my biceps. I mean, this is not my bicep. Look at my shoulders.
Accessory. Yeah. Workout with my main workout. It's more of a power lifter workout, which is what I just like, because I want to lift heavy. I want to be strong, so I
still tend to go more towards power lifting.
I haven't been doing that lately.
I've been lifting weights consistently for the past year. Back lifting weights consistently for the past year because she was lifting weights as well. But with that, I don't think I've ever lifted consistent. Maybe, not this consistent as I am now. Because I would hop from, different things to different things. But yeah, I still like more powerlifting than I do any other kind of form. If it's not powerlifting, I don't like to do the 10 to 15, but that is the 10 to 15, that 10 to 12, 8 to 12, whatever. That's where that's what gets you those round muscles. So I'm gonna do it, but I'm just saying I prefer to just lift something real heavy that I can only lift 3 to 5 times and go about my day. I love that. But I'm gonna do the other. I sprinkle in. I do MAPS training, which is it's called Mind Pump. Is the company or the podcast. I do their workouts, and so not right now. Right now I'm doing a program called Candido, but for the majority of the year I was doing the MAPS workouts. And so they start off with anabolic, which it's like a standard thing. It takes you through all those kinds of different rep ranges. Then there's performance, which is more about it's really good. When I did performance, I said I need to do it once a year because it's just gets you. It's more. I feel like it helped me with the stability of my muscles, like the joint health and things like that. So the stamina, the endurance, but being able to move in different planes, it is for that. But it doesn't feel like, I'm lifting a lot. It's a workout in its own right, and you're lifting weights. Like you're lifting weights, you're making gains. You see that, but it's just not. It's like you have to convince your mind that okay, this is what is good for right now, and I have to convince myself like, okay, this is what's good for right now. You can do this for now, and there's not gonna be no, you're not gonna lose headway or anything by taking this time. Then there is it's called aesthetics. So I tried that one, but the thing is I started doing boot camp classes at the same time, and my shoulder couldn't handle both. It wasn't supposed to, because aesthetics is it's like a hard program. It's like a lot of volume. And then I was going to boot camp classes too, and it was tearing my shoulder up. So I abandoned them both. So I'm thinking that's where I'm gonna start this year, is start with aesthetic as my first workout, and I want to share that with you all as well as I go through. That, but yeah. So I've always liked to, I ain't gonna say I always like to live, because I will prefer high intensity would be my first love, but the results of weightlifting is good for me.
Sometimes I go on my lower body, but not consistent like I was. I was always getting my workouts in. I need to get back to that. My cardio will stay the same. It's going to be my workouts whenever I work out with clients or in a group setting. That's really all I wanted to say. I just wanted to get started with that. People that are in the Facebook group, um, the name of the Facebook group, yeah, but people that are in my Facebook group, I'm going to be probably posting a workout either today or tomorrow. Uh, come back and see how the journey goes for me. I'm going to be posting body shots. I'm not playing myself. Sorry, I know people are really focused on
And I'm not posting. No.
It hasn't worked in my favor to be focused on the scale. I haven't, for 2 years, I make.
Listen, if there's anybody that's gonna make a rule about what they gonna do and what they not gonna do, it's me. Cause she's talking about she not gonna weigh herself. I get it. It's just I'm not standing up, because listen, as I was at my heaviest again, or my new heaviest, I had to look at those. Facebook wasn't. It would look at those memories of me putting up myself with this one, different versions of myself, putting them up against each other, and me looking more like the before, the one that I had just talked about, like a dog. And I just promised myself at that point that I wouldn't do that. You will see my body. I'm gonna, like, right now I got this on because I'm about to do an athletic wear Shein haul, or like a little small little Shein haul. So when I do stuff like that, you will see my body. But am I gonna be like, look at me, I was bigger and now I'm smaller? I'm not doing it. It's not for me. And I don't even mean to make fun of people who are proud of their success, because it's totally within their right to be proud of their success, as they should be. I get a lot out of it. But for me, it doesn't help with my mental health to put myself in that position. So at this time, I reserve the right to change my mind at any time. But at this time, I won't be putting this girl, that girl type of thing, Yeah. Let's do this.
Maintain the same weight and have watched my weight, majority of those days I put at the scale. That doesn't help me. It doesn't, it's not going to change anything. If anything, it probably hinders me. I'm just not doing it right now.
I guess it. And it depends on your relationship with the scale. Like at that point, I was like looking at it as my, I wasn't like actively thinking, oh, this is my master, but in my attitude towards it, it's you looking at it as your master, because you're sitting here, and when your weight is up, it's a bad day, and so then you eating because of it, versus now I'm just taking in the information. And so yeah, it's just a different mindset. Let's keep going. I hope this ain't distracting, because it's made it go by fast for me doing both of these at the same time. And I done got 2 videos done at once, and done told y'all about the next video I'm about to do.
But I just don't think it's for me.
Bye. Alright, so that was that. No, don't talk to me no more. So that was that. I did enjoy. Let me try to put this back so I can talk without it looking like I got 2 hairstyles. Yeah. So yeah, that was a good one. It was focused, like, not on the mental stuff. Yeah, it was focused on, I talked about the scale and stuff like that in my relationship at that point. I'm so happy to see, that I was putting down those rules about how the relationship I want to have with myself and with different, aspects of things like the scale or whatever. Yeah, that was a good thing. My workout situation is pretty much the same. I do a lot. I'm weightlifting is my primary girl, and I don't teach any classes. I do in the new year want to get back to teaching like dance fitness classes, definitely. Um, but other than that, but in the meantime, in between times, like today, I went to a Pilates reformer class. I'm gonna do two more of those. I just want to be trying out different workout styles, like as my cardio. I don't want to like marry any cardio thing. Maybe a dance fitness. I'll marry that one, but I still want to, or I'll date that one a more routinely. But I would like to, you know, try the others out, see what's up.